When you chase the stars into the wrong forest, sometimes something else starts chasing you. We were four interns at NASA's Kennedy Space Center: Jake, Sam, Marcus, and me. After 3 exhausting weeks of analyzing rocket telemetry data, we were desperate for one thing: a night sky completely untouched by city lights. We were burned out, running on caffeine and the faint glow of computer screens. We found what we were looking for on a mapper remote clearing deep inside Tate's Hell State Forest, a huge, wild expanse in Florida's Panhandle. The name alone should have been enough to warn us off. According to local legend, a settler named Tate got lost there back in the 1800s, bitten by a snake and driven mad by the swamp. He supposedly cursed the forest with his dying breath before he vanished forever. But we didn't believe in curses. We believed in science, in data, in cold, hard logic, and stars. So, late one Friday, we packed up 2 cars, my shiny new Tesla Model Y and Marcus' beat-up old Mustang, and drove north. Our plan was simple: stargazing, capture some stunning time-lapse shots of the Milky Way, and get our sanity back before our work buried us again. But what we found waiting for us that night wasn't peace. It was something else entirely. By the time we finally reached the forest's entrance, it was well past 2 in the morning. The moment we turned off the main road, our phones went dead. No signal. Just the deafening chirp of cicadas, the low, constant hum of the swamp, and the crunch of dirt and gravel under our tires. We used walkie-talkies to stay connected between cars, our only lifeline in the oppressive darkness. After what felt like an eternity navigating the winding, unmarked trails, the path opened into a perfect clearing. We killed the engines, the sudden silence almost startling. We stepped out, and the first thing we did was look up. The stars were unreal, a million brilliant pinpoints of light, brighter and clearer than any sky I had ever seen in my life. It was breathtaking. We set out our blankets, mounted the telescope, and began our own little private space camp. For 15 perfect, glorious minutes, everything was absolutely calm. Then Sam's voice crackled through my walkie-talkie. "Yo, you guys seeing headlights?" I turned around. Far down the dirt trail we'd just driven, a faint yellow glow was creeping steadily toward us. At first, I thought it might be a park ranger or maybe another group of late-night campers like us. But at this hour, in the absolute middle of Tate's hell, no way. Jake grabbed his radio. "Flash them. See what they do." I flicked my Tesla's headlights on and off 3 times, a quick, simple signal. The other vehicle, which I could now see, was an old, rusty pickup truck, stopped dead about 100 yards away. Its engine just idled, and its headlights glared at us like 2 unblinking eyes. No one honked. No one got out. Then, faintly, we heard it whispers. Low, broken-like voices, just on the edge of hearing. The sound seemed to come from all around us, carried on the humid night air. Marcus came on the radio again, his voice shaky. "Dude, those are people." The whispers grew louder, more distinct, echoing through the swamp. I swung my high-powered flashlight around, but the beam only hit empty brush and gnarled trees. My pulse was pounding in my ears. Jake, trying to stay calm, made the call. "Let's pack up now." We scrambled, tossing everything haphazardly into the cars. The moment our engine started, the truck's headlights blinked back to life. It was following us. We swerved down a narrow, muddy side trail, hoping to lose it. The headlights behind us didn't hesitate. They followed, matching our every move, staying just far enough back to be terrifying. "Floor it," Sam yelled through the walkie-talkie. I stomped on the accelerator, the Tesla bouncing violently over roots and rocks. The Mustang roared behind me. The dark forest blurred into a terrifying tunnel. Then came a sharp, loud rev from the truck's engine, a sound that felt like it was mocking us. Marcus shouted, his voice cracking with panic. "They're right on us. Man, they're playing with us." We hit a fork in the trail and I swerved left, praying it was the right choice. For a few seconds, the headlights vanished. We thought we'd lost them. But then the forest filled again with that same faint whispering. Only this time it wasn't coming from behind. It was coming from the trees all around us. I'll never forget that sound, dozens of voices murmuring words that didn't sound human. Finally, we burst out of the woods and onto pavement, a cracked, deserted old highway. We pulled over, hearts hammering against our ribs, and stared back into the darkness. Nothing. The forest was silent again, as if it had swallowed everything whole. We made it back to our rental cabin around 4 a.m., locked every door and window, and didn't speak a single word for the rest of the night. The next morning, we drove straight back to the Space Center. No sleep, no coffee, no second thoughts. We never went back to Tate's hell, and we never told anyone what really happened out there. But sometimes, when I'm working late, and I look up at the night sky and static crackles in my earpiece during a test run, I swear I can still hear those whispers, soft, almost like they're coming from far, far away. From Tate's hell. Thanks for listening. If you liked this story, make sure to hit that subscribe button for more strange tales.